and today I'm going to be unboxing a little treat that I got delivered a couple of days ago. So I have been sort of struggling to keep it in the box just because I want to test it, but today I got some time, so I thought I should just show you the unboxing and a little review or my first impressions on this Wacom INTUOS 3D. And to your question, yes, this is the tablet that comes with the license of ZeroShore Core. So if you go to the Wacom website, you'll see that there are 5 different versions of these bundles of Tablet Plus software. So this one right here is the one that comes with ZeroShore Core. Now the tablet itself is actually the same for all versions except the INTUOS Draw, I think, which I believe doesn't have a touch functionality. But for the rest of the bundles, what changes is the software that comes with it. Of course, I got the one with ZeroShore Core, but if you already bought ZeroShore Core, for instance, you can just get the art version and have a tablet with an additional piece of software. How good is that? Alright, let's just open this up. I really like this INTUOS series because they appeal to artists and people that are sort of starting their journey into the digital art, and I'm right behind that idea. Anyway, here's the box and let's open it up. And the packaging looks pretty schmick. There's no surprises there. And here we have the pen and the tablet. Oh, let me take the pen out of the little plastic pajama. Whoa, this is way lighter than I expected. Not sure how I feel about the weight. It feels smaller too. Well, I guess I have to start using it to really get a sense of how it feels. I don't know. Maybe it feels different because I'm very used to my Wacom Pen Pro that I use with the INTUOS 4 or the Cintiq, which they're quite different in size and weight. So this is the INTUOS 3D pen. This is the Wacom Pro pen for the INTUOS 4. This is the pen for the Cintiq, and this is just a Sharpie to give you an additional point of reference. So definitely the smaller one of the bunch. Another thing that is different from this little pen is that it doesn't have an eraser on the other end. But I never use it anyway, so I'm not really bothered about that. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I think it's faster to hit E in Photoshop to access the eraser, for example. Okay, here's the tablet, and this looks really cool. It's very light, and definitely the thinnest tablet I've ever used. So yeah, very thin. Alright, let's just take it out of the plastic and have a closer look. And look, they kept the little Wacom tag thingy. I first saw one of these when I bought my Wacom Bamboo a few years ago, and these things are actually pretty handy to carry the pen around. Have a look. So yeah, with this thing, the pen stays very firmly attached to the tablet. So that's a great way to carry it around. Very impressive little tablet. Looks really cool. Let's see what else. Okay, here's the USB cable, and this is just to plug it directly to your computer. Pretty standard here. But with these tablets you can actually buy a wireless adapter. I will definitely have to get one of those things. I remember one of the first tablets I bought, it was a Bluetooth Graphire from Wacom, and not having to deal with cables was definitely awesome. And I think there's a spot here at the back to connect the wireless adapter. Maybe inside this thing here. We follow the instructions to open this little thing here. Some replacement nibs. That's really cool. Anyway, we'll come back to that, but yeah, here's where you plug in the wireless adapter, and that you can buy separately, and I'll put a link in the description of that. So I think this empty spot here is for the battery that you'll get in the adapter. This one is where you actually put the wireless receiver, and this is just a little compartment where you can carry the USB adapter that you plug into the USB of your computer, and that's just a convenient way to carry it because it's quite tiny. Now these little nibs here are really nice addition. A couple of extra ones, so you have 1, 2, you have 3 plus the one that comes with a pen, and I don't usually change them that often, but they do get worn out over time. And see this little thing, this little ring, metal ring here, that's how you remove the nib from the pen. So you just put the nib in here and tilt the pen slightly and just pull it off, and the nib will stick there. And to put the nib back into the pen or replace it, just make sure that the flat side of the nib goes inside. Alright, let's have a look at what we have here at the top. So this hole here is where you plug in the USB cable to your computer, so how you connect the tablet. And we have this switch here, and this is just to disable or enable the touch functionality of the tablet. And I'm not a huge fan of the touch mode, but if you turn it on, you don't have to use the pen, and you can basically turn this tablet into a trackpad. So here's an example. You can use your fingers to rotate, to zoom, and to drag. And I'm using Photoshop CC here, which recognizes this type of gestures. Another cool thing about the touch mode is that the pen will override the touch. So you can use the pen to draw or sculpt and just move it away for a second, and then you can use gestures to manipulate the canvas, for instance. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, I don't use it that much, but it's definitely a cool feature. Okay, now let's take a look at the front of the tablet. And here we have the Wacom Express keys, and these are totally customizable, and you can map them to different software. So for instance, the same key will have different function depending on the software window that is active. Actually, if you guys are interested, I'll probably do a tutorial on how to set up this tablet for ZBrush Core. Now here's the active area of the tablet, and I thought it was gonna be too small based on the photos that I've seen on the internet, but I think this is definitely a great size if you're just starting up with digital art. It's about 8.5 by 5.3 inch, so a pretty decent working area. There's some resistance, some friction because of the grainy surface, so this feels very natural when drawing. I'm just gonna compare it with a sticky note and a pencil and see how it feels. It definitely feels very natural. Even the sound that the pen makes when you're drawing on the tablet, it's very similar to the real thing. I really like this texture and the grainy surface. It definitely feels more natural when you're drawing. So here are more stuff that comes with the box, like the drivers, and here's one of those things called CDs, if I remember correctly. I haven't seen one of those for years. Anyway, here's the tiny manual as well. Although this tablet comes with the CD and the drivers in it, I would recommend that you go to the Wacom support website and download the latest drivers, but your computer should recognize the tablet straight away. But just in case, you go to this support website, select the drivers here, and then the product, and just choose if you want to download for a Mac or a Windows. Cool, just plug it in and test it. Okay, so here's the Wacom INTUOS 3D in action. So I have ZBrush Core here in the screen, and this is just a time lapse of me sculpting a character head. Nothing fancy, just something to test the tablet basically. And this is just to test the pressure sensitivity and how the pen feels in real life when you're actually sculpting using the INTUOS 3D. So this is a really cool little tablet. I'm definitely very impressed by it. I would recommend it to anyone that's starting with digital art and 3D sculpting. And the cool thing is that Wacom has these different bundles depending on what you want to sort of focus. And obviously one of my passions is 3D sculpting, so I got the one that comes with ZBrush Core, but you can get depending on what you're interested in. And yeah, I would recommend it to anyone. This is a fantastic little tablet for an entry level. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up this video here, and now that I have this tablet set up, I'm gonna start recording the promised tutorials for the Getting Started with ZBrush Core series. Alright guys, hopefully you found this unboxing / review video somehow useful, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!